Hello! Today I want to talk about my practice of daily journaling, which I've been doing for 2 years now. I was journaling before that, but I didn't have an aim to do it daily. These are all the books that I've filled up in those 2 years. So this was August until Christmas or until New Year's the first year. And then this was... this was 2023, and this is 2024 so far. I guess I don't quite know what would be interesting, but there are some things that I've learned and that I've changed and things like that. So I think I'll just talk in general. The first year let's see. For format, I've been in dot grid, like this one. It's a very subtle dot grid. I've been in more dot grid. I've then, let's see, halfway through, I think, yeah, then I did lined, and this year I've almost exclusively been in lined paper. Let's see, I used to be in quite large format, large, you know. A5 was my sort of go-to. There are a lot of A5s here. And then I found B6 and I really enjoyed that. I bought a cover for it, which really helped. And I had a bit of B6 and then back to A5. And then I found B6 Slim from Midori and I really loved that. So I had that for a bit. And so it's been back and forth. My rule of thumb is that in periods where I'm writing a lot, I enjoy having a larger format because then I have space and the notebooks get filled up. And in periods where I write less, I like to have a smaller format because the books then get filled and I don't feel like it's a slog, or if I choose bad paper, I'll be stuck with it for months or anything like that. So I prefer having that sort of confidence boost that I'm actually filling my journal and that it's actually, I'm doing something, it feels like I'm doing something. So yeah, this year, so like 2024, my writing has been declining. So the volume of writing has been declining. And the biggest format I've been in is B6. I feel like A5 is slightly big for me now. It's good for going on holiday. And when I went to stick in receipts and stuff, that's where A5 really shines. But for every day, I really enjoy B6 Slim, B6 and A6. Which this one is. Yeah, I've created a bit of a system. It's not, I don't know. It's not a terribly big system, but for every journal I write that it's Julie's journal, and then what date I start, and then I'll add the date I end. And I think I've made a setup video before, but yeah, I set up this like diary kind of thing where I just record what happened that day and I do a bit of what's it called, tracking. And then at the back I have a books read spread, and then I add another if this one might get full, and then at the very back I had the pens and inks that I'm using and a glossary for like the shortcuts and the shorthand things that I'm using. So yeah, And then in between the front and the back, I just have entries. And the entries, I don't know, I start with the date and then I just write. Sometimes I write the day of the week at the top just to get me started, but sometimes I just write and that's fine. And I just, whatever. In the past few weeks, there's been a few days where I've made bulleted lists as journal entries, and my journal entries have been 1 page of B6 and that's it. In the past, I've written like pages and pages, but there's a lot going on and I know it would be useful to write it down, but I process things better when talking to people than when writing in my journal. So although journal writing is really helpful and decreases the amount of things that I need to process out loud, I still have a lot of things that need to be processed out loud, and when a lot of things are happening, that's my go-to method for processing. What I've really enjoyed is being able to switch between formats, sizes, rulings, that kind of thing. Also paper. So I've recently been, like, most of the paper I've used so far this year have been Midori. These are Midoris. And that paper is very, it's not as smooth as some of the coated papers out there. And so after some writing on it, I find that my grip on my pen like goes down, like down towards the paper, and I grip the pen slightly harder. And so I like to then take a break with some smoother paper, like Clairefontaine, or yeah, like the next one I'm trying is Hobonichi, that has Tomoe River paper. I hope I got the good paper, but yeah. So yeah, I just write. What do I write? It depends. Sometimes I write to-do lists. Sometimes I write just my main thoughts. Sometimes in bulleted lists, sometimes in, yeah, sometimes in paragraphs. Sometimes I write down feelings about things or thoughts about what I'm reading or watching. Thoughts about, or just an account of what happened the day before. My main aim of daily journaling is to make my journal a space that's safe, that I feel like I can come to with the deeper, bigger stuff, which I think I'm coming to that point. But yeah, as I said, I still prefer processing out loud to a person. But this is a good second alternative when I have a lot of things running around my mind and I need to write it down and just get it out. It sometimes also helps me just knowing that I've written something down and that it won't just disappear. So that's quite useful to me. I thought I would just show you the covers that I've been using, because most of the journals I've had are these coverless things. So they don't have like a faux leather or anything. They're just this basic book with a cardboard bit at each end and a lay flat binding, so it sort of just opens flat. This, I could just use it without a cover, but it feels I feel much more secure when I have a cover to put on these. So I started off, let's see, the first thing I got was this A5 cover. It's leather from an Etsy seller. I thought that I would just keep to A5 for a good long while because there are so many papers available in A5, and one of the things I wanted to do when I started daily journaling was to try a lot of papers. I ended up not loving the format of A5, so this hasn't been used in a while, but it is a lovely cover and it feels great, and yeah, I enjoy using it when I am in an A5. And then I found this among my old things. It's a cover, I think made out of an old woven blanket or rug that my aunt got for me. So currently my only remaining A5 book is in here, ready to be used, because I haven't actually used this cover in years and years. And then when I started buying those Midori books, I ended up buying so Midori B6 Slim. It doesn't really fit in any like standard covers, and the A6, I didn't find any other like good covers, so I just went for the Midori plastic covers. They're good at like protecting the book, but like the aesthetic is plastic, you know. It's fun when you decorate the book with stickers and you can see the stickers through. So I've done that. You can see I've done that with a lot of my journals, so that's fun if you like to do that. But I find that my main objective with journaling is the inside, not the outside, and so I like covers that are just, that sort of are nice in their own right. And I have a couple of A5 plastic covers that just came with some journals that I bought from Danica58, I think that's her name, on Etsy. I don't really use these because I have these, so I don't really use the A5 ones. And then when I was fed up with the plasticky nature of these covers, I bought some paper covers for my Midori journals. These ones sort of age a little, they patina a little, like they are paper, but they're waxed paper. I find, so I've used this for months and it still looks quite good. It's gotten a little blue, which is fine by me. So yeah, I enjoy these. The goat skin covers that are sort of the next level up for Midori books are so expensive. So I don't know if I'll be getting those. So yeah, because I will be moving into an A6 notebook for the next one, I bought myself an A6 MD paper cover. And in here is a Hobonichi. So that fits, it's a little snug, but it fits in there. So I think I'll enjoy that. The feel of these is, you can feel that it's waxed, but it's lovely tactile feeling. At the start of 2023, I bought this book, or like this cover. It came with a calendar insert. I tried using the calendar insert and it didn't go fantastic. So yeah, this is my current, like this is my B6 journal cover and I love it, and I go back to it every time I have a B6 book and it's just lovely. It is faux leather and it's getting worn. It has this elastic closure and a pen loop, and I enjoy it. It holds all the things I need it to hold, so I'm fine. Yeah, if you have any questions about daily journaling, leave them down below. I don't know if I said all the things that people might be curious about. Yeah, I guess if you're wondering what a daily journaling session looks like for me, you can check out the sort of no frills ASMR video, ASMR-ish video that I made. I will link it down below. I have so many, like generally I have many fountain pens inked, and I use dice to choose which pen to use. it's fun. It adds a bit of surprise to the journaling session. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!